Beautiful early pre-sunrise on this 20th of September on the 66-degree morning, slightly muggy, foggy, high overcast with a 68-degree dew point and a gorgeous pre-sunrise in the greater Chesterfield metropolitan area in the great state of Michigan. Right? This is Vincenzo! Gold, crypto, investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind Tarzician made. Beyond approved. Trading alerts, right? Now, we're going to go back into a far, long away galaxy as we start this little adventure of this exciting episode of the Crash Alert Emergency Broadcast. But first, we must go back and think to a galaxy 20 years ago where there was a virus that spread. And the virus was worldwide. And governments around the world told all their citizens to be very scared, very afraid, and stay in their homes and to let the government take control of everything to protect them, because they were showing people dying all over the place. Infectious disease, they called it, right? But as the years went on, all they seen, the people, was an authoritarian government, a surveillance state controlling them, right? And as a small group of people quickly figured out what were labeled conspiracy theorists, anti-science, right? And they were ostracized and demonized to the masses with propaganda from the centralized authoritarian government trying to usurp a full control of the world's population. The mass population believed it because they're herd animals and sheep, and they gave up their freedoms and were being controlled by a worldwide authoritarian government with a, yes, wait for it, it came out in the year 2021 in the movie that the masses finally woke up and seen that it was a fake virus, right? And that world governments were just using it to implement a world dictator to control the masses, to take away freedoms and civil liberties universally around the world in the name of public health, right? And the people willingly gave up their freedoms around the world in the case of public health, because there was a public health crisis, according to the government. But the people and conspiracy theorists that the government was using propaganda against turned out to be right in the year 2020 or 2021, where the masses finally woke up and they seen it was a fake virus used to manipulate the population to give up their freedoms and walk right in to the gates of hell, just like the Jews did back in the day, right? Just like all the communist governments do. And the citizens willfully did it and followed along until there was overwhelming evidence, and they literally were being murdered by the government. And the movie was called V for Vendetta. And if you don't find that funny, that 21 years ago they made a movie exactly what's going on now, I mean, exactly the same fucking thing, right? They used a medical emergency to take world dictatorial powers and usurp world kings to rule the people. They went from governing to ruling because of a virus. It was the exact same thing as the movie V for Vendetta. All you sheep out there should watch it, because it's essentially the same exact thing that's going on now. And now we're at the point of the movie where they're ostracizing and demonizing and trying to criminalize anyone that questions the official narrative and brings up their own statistic and stats that show they're lying. They're censored. They're thrown off social media. They're not allowed on mainstream media, and they're they're forced out of the workplace too, right? They're forced out of society, segregated. It's modern segregation what's going on today, and it's atrocious, an atrocity, and it's paving the way for further human rights violations that get much, much worse than a quick jab, and then you have to worry about the side effects as you work on down the line in your overall health and structure of your immune system. You don't know how you're going to react to 3 shots at minimum right now, right? So that motherfucker better watch the fuck out, old fuck, hit me. But it's an atrocity what's going on, and it's a human rights and a civil liberties atrocity. And it's only going to get worse, but it's just funny that they made a movie about essentially the same fucking thing as you got going on right now. And the people follow along, just like the movie said the world population would, because the world population is full of sheep. But now we move beyond that point and get on to why you're really here, because the lawsuits are out. Vincenzo, I don't give a flying fuck about some bullshit fictional movie, V for Vendetta and Anonymous from the year 2000. I'm getting, please, hoisted and joisted by the fucking charlatans in the cryptocurrency market, the criminal gangster cartel, and the YouTube hustlers, fleecers, and heisters, and the IRS now, after I made 13 consecutive payments. Third stage, wait for it, Vincenzo. I can't fucking believe this now. After fees and late fees and fines, they're saying I owe $169,000, Vincenzo. I need your fucking trading alerts. Enough of your V for Vendetta bullshit. Well, all right, my man, I hear you, but I've been on Vincenzo's Twitter at a glance, Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing Twitter at a glance. I've been putting phenomenal updates out there for you. So you would be 69 steps out of the criminal gangster cartel, and you would have seen this crash coming, my man. I can't help you that you have a rogue government in the United States, and they're acting above the law and outside the Constitution, so everything's fair game now. You know, nothing's safe, right? But you can see now we're trying to bounce off that $44,000 level, right? After we were in this, after we zoom out, that's why we always zoom out. Can't be so worried about the day-to-day. Vincenzo, I'm worried about the day-to-day fucking price. Yeah, you can't worry so much, my man, about the day-to-day fucking price. Because you've seen this. We told you we were in a descending or symmetrical triangle into Bitcoin. And the breakdown, it was going to get rejected every time it got up near that overhead resistance yellow line that was descending. Right? Then we crashed down to our beautiful area at 44,669. Now if we can hold support in a super simple, easy way to trade this charlatan manipulated market, you can see we came up now. This is a beautiful time for this video and live TA. So you crash down, you hit that lower support, bounce back up, and now you get rejected by the moving averages and you're coming back down to that critical line. And if you can't hold that now on your back test, you're going to come way down, and it's going to be a big 3 to 5% collapse in the Bitcoin, and you're going to come all the way down to your next underneath major support at $41,569. So with our industry exclusive drawing tool, if you can't hold that, now after you double bottom there, after your crash, you're coming all the way down there to your next major support, right? See how that works, my man? The XRP is the same thing, and if we zoom out in a super simple, factual, technical analysis, a trading alert here, and this is a class right here. This what I'm giving you in this video, and the last video yesterday with my technical analysis is worth $100 a class. But I give this to you in these 20-minute, super simple technical analysis trading alert classes to give you everything you need to know. This is everything I could wrap up into a class and charge you $500 for Bitcoin Rich University that charlatan charges. $350 for nonsense. This is the same thing. This is even better, more powerful, right? And you can see you broke down out of that with our beautiful arrows that I love so much, right? And we came down to that big, sexy yellow arrow at the 91 cent level, and that's where we're going to bottom at, and we're trying to bottom now. And if we can't hold this key level, we're coming down to the technical target out of that symmetrical triangle down to 76 cents, right? It's beautiful how this thing works. Super simple and easy. Same thing in the Doge. Vincenzo, the fucking Doge. It's in one there at 24 cents, and we told you we're going to come down to that big arrow down there that's got some fancy writing on it, lower support after crash. Look what you just ran into, lower support after crash. Now, if you were buying in the pattern, this is where you buy in the pattern, right? And if you're playing off the pattern's not going to break here, and we're going to go up for another leg up and another leg down before the pattern breaks, right? So you don't buy resistance up down, you buy support down low. No. And once again, after the 20th of October, all fan mail will be tossed. No more autographs. I just have too much to do. Once again, I repeat myself. After the 20th of October, all fan mail will be tossed. I say this again with peace and love.